Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome to Monday Night Smoke. bro, you're muted, fam. What is going on here?
Ruined it. I ruined it.
Welcome
again.
All right, let's go. Start again. Welcome to Monday Night Smoke. Let's go.
Let's go. I wasn't ready.
Right.
Sorry, bro.
Minor, bro. Let me do the roll call. Shout out to Stave, Let's Be Real, Jack Scam, Rajesh Joker, SWJ, Mullah, Abdul Rahman Al Gandhi. I hope I said that right. Jay Lanks, Zems, Dan the Man, Libra Royal, Chrissy Blue, Base the Kid, Puni, Osborne, Dr. Mr. A, Tony Pugilist Boy, Jack Scam, Light Walker, Cody the Royal, Matt T, MCB, Rowan Berry, Untraceable Don Rem, Marcus Nevers, Nimble 82, and a bunch of others, man. We're here now.
We've arrived. We've arrived.
Yeah.
Are you ready to talk about? Are you ready to talk about the next gen Jenning, fam?
The next gen.
Wait, bro, are you ready to talk about the next gen Jenning?
The next gen Jenning. That sounds crazy, bro.
Because that's what he did, fam. He's out here teaching people lessons, bro. He's out here showing people that I can knock you out, but I won't.
Is that how you felt?
Wait, this is what he said. He said
in the post fight is the best. He said, "Look, I didn't even want to knock him out. I just wanted to teach him a lesson." I said, "Wait, I don't know if I. You know what? I tell you what. I think that was the plan." But it didn't come across that way. Because I think he felt like, right, I could really get this guy the hell out of here. He's going down with jabs. There's nothing to suggest. I can't knock him out. But then when he was kind of like, as he was going through the gears later rounds, it was like, all right, it's not really happening. But to his defense, he hurt his hand. Round 6.
Get out of here, man.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
Nah, man. Nah. If this is what you come to do in this bar,
I'm just saying. Let's look at paid.
You're not getting some
highlights. Let's look at some highlights.
Is my internet moving mad? Do I need to come back in?
Yeah.
I'll come back in. You play the highlights. Let me get out of here.
Yeah, cool. Let's go to the Eubank highlights. I mean, let's not pretend. He came out, and I thought he looked good. I thought he looked good in the first 4 rounds. I thought, okay, Eubank is looking all right here. He's starting to see some improvement. I might even say this is the best Junior's looked in the first 4 rounds.
Yes,
under the new coach.
Yes.
This new style. It's the best he's looked in that system. Not the most dominant. Yeah.
Agreed. The best in the first 4 rounds I've ever seen since Spike O'Sullivan. Definitely. I agree with that wholeheartedly. But then we have to ask some deeper and serious questions. First of all, we got to ask Liam what the hell's going on, because there's no way you're taking overhand rights, uppercuts, overhand lefts, bruv. And then the thing that takes you down, a jab.
Bruv, consistently.
Oh my God, no way.
It doesn't make any sense, bruv. If I was a betting man, I'll say, what the hell's going on right now? Are people betting on this? Did you have a bet with yourself? I'm going to go down this many times, because I don't understand how that is the punch that takes you down. Discombobulation. You can't tell me you can take a strong, he threw the kitchen sink at him and he can't. What is going on?
It's mad,
I'm not seeing it. Are you telling me, Ryan? Are you telling me that jab was so quick and hard?
No. Let's not do that. Yes, no. The jab was a solid jab. No. Come on, bro. Listen, don't tell me that the jab wasn't a good jab.
Yo,
I really went down by it. Don't make it.
Wait, guys. You saying that
it was a good jab. It was a stick jab. Like it's not a normal flash. It's not a flick jab. It's dig. You know what I mean? But if you're off balance, that can do you something. Clearly, Liam Williams is not the man. He's not the man he was. Something has gone on there. It's hollow now. Whoever Liam Williams used to be, that's not him no more.
Wait.
There's no way.
Are we all in agreement? Yeah. No, I'm not saying it's a conspiracy or nothing. Are we all saying that that's the jab that should take him down? If we're saying that, something's wrong. I don't know if you, because we let's not call Eubank one of the most heaviest destructive punches in the game. Yeah, he's not that. He's not.
If you're off balance and you get caught with a stiff jab, you can go down. And that's what was going on with my man. It's not that the jab was destructive. It's that he's off balance and his chin is now made of, I don't know, paper mache. Because it was very toxic how he was just going down. It was weird.
Bruv, he crumbled like a rust biscuit. Remember them biscuits that they used to give us as children, fam? And he was a rusk. He crumbled, fam.
It's like a skip. You know, skip where they just melt the minute they touch it. Yeah, that was it.
No, that ain't right. I'm not having that. You lot can't tell me every single time when he was going bow down, crumbling. I get.
Well, look. It's the Roy Jones Jr. jab he gave him, bro. What are we saying? Give him the accolade. Can't be touched, can't be moved. When will you brothers learn?
Are you lot saying so right now? I'm cool. So I accept it. If you lot are telling me that this was one of the best jabs in boxing, I'm gonna just say, all right, cool. Maybe it was.
But let's just say this though. How much would you make if you bet that Liam Williams would go down 4 times and lose 1 point? Oh my gosh, those odds would be fantastic.
I just don't. Chav, I was confused. All I do is I sit there with confusion because I said this guy can take shots. And there were shots that he didn't see, guys. This is the other part, because I get it. Off balance, not seeing. He was off balance a lot of times in that fight. When the barrage came and he stood up. Straight down the middle. And just, I don't know, like, I've never seen a capitulation like it, especially when he started to do well. But let me start by giving Eubank.
Give Eubank some props, though.
Let me give Eubank the praise that he deserves.
Right.
Those first 4 rounds, I was like, Liam's not going to be able to show his face in Cardiff ever again.
Oh, that was so bad.
He'd have to move to Scotland. He'd have to come back down to London, or you just move out of the country altogether and just say, you know what, I'm going to live, I don't know, down under, as far away as possible, because this is a disgrace, bro. If this is how it ends, this is not, it can't end like that. So I was like, wow, this is devastation. This shows me that now Eubank is ready. Then we had 5, 6, 7, 8, and I said, oh my goodness, this is the issue with Eubank. So from 1 to 4, and you would have embarrassed him, and he wouldn't have shown his face in boxing again. You would have done what you would have punished him the way you said.
No, but the fact is this, the unfortunate part about Eubank's performance and his style now is that it's not designed to get knockouts or really enforce anything. Like, we didn't see punch combinations from Eubank. We didn't really see him get comfortable in anything other than the jab, the flick, this little snappy jab. The jab was nice, but when the fight started, Eubank didn't really get anything going. He'd miss an uppercut. He'd miss a wide left hook.
Yep.
Back in the jab. And I'm like, looking at it, I'm thinking to myself, you've actually you almost lost the things that you used to do before, because his uppercut used to be pretty dangerous. He'd rub man against the ropes and really start to dig that uppercut until it started to break through the guard. At least that used to be something dominant. And now I'm looking at him like he's outside, he's jumping around, he's just dancing, he's staying out there in the distance. Jab, move away, showboat, and I'm like, this isn't going to be how you enforce victories.
It's a battle against arrogance. That's all it is. And as the fight went on, the more the anger started to sit in, and I said, "Oh, this is who you are. This is who you are. This is the frustrating thing about you, Eubank. This is probably the frustrating thing about your career. The ingredient is there. Yeah, we could actually make a good meal, but there's no pot." Like, or you just decide we're not even putting the ingredients in, we're just gonna allow it. Because there's times engage, Eubank, engage, and he was engaging early. Yes, you can say that he hurt his hand in the 4th round.
The fight should have ended before that.
This guy's going down from a jab. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you? On the clean on the bottom, because we stopped seeing the jab, we stopped seeing it. Then the roughhousing started happening, and what did he do? He's just complained. He and I'm saying
the type of roughhousing it was though, it's not really the type that you can just necessarily. I mean, knock him out obviously if you can, but that roughhousing, because he let that fight go on, Liam started to get confident that maybe you can't knock me out.
Yeah,
but I mean the roughhouse started to work. Bro, did you see afterwards? Eubank said that he bit him.
Bro,
he said he was trying to choke me. He said, "Bro, I just bit down on his finger as hard as I could." I said, "That's mad." Still,
Eubank bit him.
Yeah,
it is what it is. This is boxing, fam, and we never saw the bite. That's the dark arts. But at the end of the day, I saw a bit too much complaining from him. He should, if he said his speech at the end was what kind of killed it for me. You know me. I just wanted to punish him. I wanted to show there's no space for people like this in boxing. Knock him out then. You can't tell me you're punishing someone who gets to walk out the ring. That don't make no sense. He's got to go out on his shield, brother. It never happened, bruv. There was none of that, bruv. There was none of that.
And with a performance like that, you really want to send a message. Like, you're sending if that was supposed to send a message, bro, man at welterweight are sitting there thinking, yeah, I can run with this one still. I fancy my chances at catchweight. Conor Benn watched Eubank Jr. and said, you know what? I don't care about the size difference, brother. I want this.
Do you know how disrespectful this is?
Mad.
This is not your weight class, but you're like, I don't believe in him. That's not what should happen. If you're sending a message to the division, not the other division, not other mandem, you're sending a message to the mandem in the division, and someone smaller than you is like, I don't rate you. I don't rate this performance. Which now, and you know what the killer is? I can't tell you who wins that one.
Bro,
how about that?
I've had a few arguments over the last few days.
We will open up the lines and people have to tell us how that fight goes because I can't decide.
Oh, fam, listen. Yeah, let's open the lines and talk on that one. But before we do, something else happened this weekend as well, which was very exciting. Let's run that back, shall we?
Form like that against me, I'll absolutely wipe the floor with you.
Do you want me to repeat it? She said if you perform like that against her, she's going to wipe the floor with you.
Oh, beautiful. Guess what? You couldn't wipe my drawers. You hear me? You can't do shit with me. You know what? And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. See? I ain't no punk. I'm not scared of you. That's why I'm here. You didn't come to America. I came here. I came here. You didn't come to me. I'm chasing you. We can go. Let's go. Win March 12th. I'm gonna wipe the floor with you. You can't do shit with me. You can't. Absolute child. You went 10 rounds with an absolute child. People were walking out after round 5. Pillow fish. You went 3 days notice for a week. Who have you fought who got ready for 6 weeks? Nobody.
I'll stop you.
Please, do it. I can't wait.
It's embarrassing.
5K gonna give you so much hell. 5K gonna give you hell, Bob.
Get your necklace on. Go and get your bit of tan necklace on. I'll turn your neck green.
Where you going, medals at?
What?
Where you going, medals at? Where you going, medals at? Zero. You don't have none.
Okay.
You don't have none.
Bro, that's the type of smoke that I like.
That smoke there, they said, you know it's Monday. They said, you know what? Undefeated is Monday. I'm here now. That was tremendous. Both of them.
You know what my favorite part of that was? My favorite part of that is when she didn't understand. But she could tell by her face, she knew it was disrespect. She was just there like, wait, say it. Say it to me again. Straight smoke. Put the belts down right in her face. I said,
yes. But you have to respect Savannah though, because
Savannah kept
people, you don't get that. Savannah was like, people walked out. You're an embarrassment. This, that, and the other. And it's like, Ooh, and then Clarissa's like, yo, I came to your city. I came to you.
You didn't come to America. I came here for you. I said, yes.
Smoke.
That's crazy smoke.
No, they can teach some man a thing or two, fam.
100%.
I've been waiting for Garcia and them man to roll up on each other like that. Ring seconds.
She's like, nah, we're not gonna have this convo sitting down. I said yes.
Listen,
bro. Hey, Ben Shalom looked a bit concerned there though. Still, like he because he said it early. He was just like, yo, she said she wiped the floor with you, and it's like he sat there just processing the info. Next minute, I didn't even see him. I said, bro, you gotta stay.
He had to. Someone said Dubois could have just sat down and watched that because we seen trash talk before. We saw people. We need to repost that Dubois versus what's his name?
Versus Joyce.
Dubois versus Joyce. We need to repost that because you know how they give it up. Go on, be Joe Joyce. How's Joe Joyce giving up the trash talk? I'll be Dubois.
I'm gonna win because I'm gonna put you to bed. You're going to sleep.
It's funny you say that because I was thinking about when you said I'm going to bed, and I was like, no, you're going to bed.
No, but you are. You are.
What the hell? Oh my God! No way!
It's mad.
Frank Warren's looking like I can't sell this.
And then you get the fighters some days where they're just too nice. They're just too nice. Everybody's on some, he's a good fighter. Do you see what I mean? And obviously, he's worked very hard to get to this point. And I'm actually a fan of his. I've actually studied his highlights before my fights. So this is like, bro, no one wants to hear this.
No one wants to hear this, bro. But real talk though. So have we got any more? Obviously, Furman done his thing, but Furman couldn't get them. I'm so sad for them American fans that paid £75 for it. Sorry, that's UK pounds, probably about 100. Right. Go on.
Gervonta Davis is not supposed to knock out someone that a welterweight is going points with.
Hell for leather.
Bro, Keith Furman's name has to change. No one time. It's not one time. It hasn't been one time for a long time.
Quite a few times.
It hasn't been one time for a long time. Bro, his last knockout, the guy retired, Luis Collazo, 2015, bro. We are 7 years away from the last stoppage from this man.
Quite a few times, David.
One time? No, 12 round times.
Quite a few times, Batman. But anyway, listen, is there anything else? Is there anything else?
Nah, let's open the lines.
All right, cool. We open the lines. Go on, say it.
Conor Benn, Eubank Jr., Clarissa Shields, Savannah Marshall. Who wins these fights, bro?
Yeah. And then if you want to talk about was Eubank telling the truth? Did you enjoy Eubank's performance? That's what we want to know about today. One, did you enjoy Eubank's performance? Was he telling the truth about teaching them a lesson? Could he have got him out at any time? Who wins, Conor or Eubank? Then that's Savannah Marshall. That's a tough fight to call,
What is Savannah Marshall and Clarissa Shields?
Savannah Marshall versus Clarissa Shields. It's not easy.
No, I don't think it. Look, bro, like, you know what?
Open the lines.
Let's open the lines. Let's open the lines.
We'll talk on the pod.
Yeah.
Save our opinions. Let's go.
MCB said he wants to see Eubank Jr. against Savannah. You are not someone that we need in society with those opinions.
Wait. There's a Fury fan that's calling in for Travis. I hope he turns up today. Said he's turning up. He's trying to offer Travis a smoke because he's had enough of Travis's nonsense, bruv. Had enough of this bullshit that Travis be bringing, bruv. Let's go. Let's welcome Tony.
What's going on, Tony?
What's happening?
My brother.
You good?
Talk to me.
Mate, I'm up north at the moment, so I'm hoping my internet holds up because it keeps dropping in and out. So if it does, just lock me off.
You sound good so far.
Sound great, bruv. Talk to us. What's going on? What's your thoughts?
Oh, didn't like that at all. Eubank, mate, that was not a good performance at all. I don't rate him at all. Like you say, 3-4 rounds he was good. After that, mate, I literally round 8, I got my pad out. I started drawing. I literally was half watching the fight. I was so bored.
That's hilarious. Not even just scrolling the internet, just a pad, you know.
yeah, mate. Do you know the thing is, I draw, and then like, especially when I'm bored, I draw.
okay. That's funny.
So
boring.
So now you're saying to yourself, who would win this fight against Conor versus Eubank again?
Mate, Conor Benn smashes him. Honestly, do you know what? Yeah, Conor Benn's got that energy. I think he's just got too much work for him. I just think he's mate. Do you know what? Size don't mean shit. I've had fights with bigger people than me, and people always underestimate my size, and they've always come up short. Size don't mean shit.
That's real talk.
It depends on what energy you come with, mate. If you're coming with, I'm gonna tap you. The only reason he knocked Liam Williams down them times is because Liam Williams put his weight into it. Like he was going forward every time he got knocked down. Williams was going forward. It was his weight. Don't get me wrong. It was a cracking jab. Like it was snappy as anything. Like, but I don't know. I just think. I think Conor Benn. I think Conor Benn does him.
Do you think
different though? Go on.
Do you think that Eubank Jr. would fight differently because of the massive size advantage?
Thank you very much.
I don't know. Yeah, so that's a good point. That's a good point. Not really thought of that, to be honest. Yeah, he probably would, but I still think he'd get weighed in.
No, do you know what Eubank's issue is? Concentration. I think it's one of his biggest issues. He walked into the ring and he loved it. He felt like his dad for a second.
Yeah.
People were hissing at him, you know, and he's like, he enjoyed it. This is what I need. Now, as the rounds went on and he silenced them Cardiff fans, he couldn't get his mind right because we saw a barrage. We saw literally early action, literally Chris pressing the action, trying to if we look at
silence the crowd.
It was crazy. Now against the Conor, he's gonna have that all night because that crowd won't be quiet, and Conor's gonna give it as much as. I think this is where it gets dangerous for Conor because if he goes for an all-out war at the beginning, early rounds, I think the weight that Eubank Jr. holds will say something. He will rise to that occasion because he loved it, bro. He walked into Cardiff, bro, as the enemy, and he enjoyed it.
But if you think about what how Ben trains, 4-minute rounds, 30-second rests, like that's work, mate.
But the thing is, though, you can't disregard size, though, man. You know what I mean?
You can't disregard it. No, 100% you can't disregard it. But I just think
if it's a boxing clinic, if it's a boxing clinic and he absolutely goes and schools him over the distance, then it's like I see that as it's a possibility. But Ben likes to tear up himself.
Yeah.
But tearing up with someone that size, it gets crazy.
I think that fight don't go past 5 or 6 rounds. I don't think it goes further than that.
Imagine the trash talk. Imagine the
It would be just like their dad. It would be just like their dad.
Do you think there won't be a senior versus senior sit down as well? About
yeah, we need to. Wait, no, they're doing like shows together, aren't they? They're touring the country doing dinners and that.
That beef will come back immediately.
You see that thing about they'd rip up that contract. Forget before. Right now, we're now.
When it's your children, that beef is straight back on, bro. Forget what I said. It's smoke again.
I'll never forget. We interviewed Nigel and we said what Chris. So we were speaking to Chris Eubank. We met him in Vegas, and we said, what do you think about Nigel coming back and fighting? Travis, you saw what he did. What did Chris Eubank say?
He started basically saying how, when a fighter comes back to the well, it's usually for a few reasons. And he just went like that. Money. So we told Nigel what Chris said.
How was
Nigel Ben, he gave us
proper shit stirrers.
Bro, he gave us a visual tour of his house to show us that money is not a problem.
Look at the chandelier. Look at the chandelier.
I'm good. I'm happy. Anyway, I'm very happy.
No, Tony, what we're gonna do, we're gonna keep it moving and get as many people on as possible. But hold on, who do you have? Savannah Marshall versus Shields. Who do you have in that one?
Mate, listen, I see a few comments in the chat, right? I mean, I'm a white bloke, yeah. See a lot of comments, people saying, people don't rate Shields because she's a black girl and blah. Mate, I rate Shields. but I think Marshall is too big. I think she's too good. Honestly, I think she's too good.
Do you think it's the power that's going to come in?
I think the power, yeah, but she has the power, but she's like the girl version of Tyson Fury, man. Long, keeps it long, moving. She's always on her toes, like pop with a jab and then bang. Like she sees. I think she keeps her long.
No, but has she got the skill? Because go on,
yeah.
I think the skill that Shields will get in with. Shields she understands a fighter very quickly, understands where she needs to be. She can stay in the pocket and deliver and not get touched.
She's got hand speed, very sharp hand speed.
She is very fast, yeah.
And she's defensively aware. Like Savannah is gonna have a very long night trying to nail a big shot on Clarissa Shields.
She could knock her out.
That is a brilliant fight. That is a fight I'm really looking forward to. But I mean, like your boy, what's his name, Minestrone or Maestro, whatever his name is, said last week. I'm just a casual, you know.
Not Minestrone.
Yeah, Minestrone in the house.
Not Minestrone. No,
hey, I'm just that casual. You know, I get the coach up to Manchester to watch Anthony qualify, and you know, I'll get the coach up to Sheffield to watch Kell Brook versus fucking. His name's gone out my head now. You know, like I'm just that casual.
You know, the one guy that it don't matter if everyone's welcome, bruv. Casual, whatever you are, bruv.
No, I'm joking. I ain't no casual, yeah. And if he calls me a casual again, I'm gonna be getting a short flight to his room with that green room.
He's had enough, bruv. Wait, let me ask you the rule. Let me ask you the. Oh, damn! I had one more question. Khan versus.
Yeah.
Who you got?
Oh yeah, I was trying to talk to you about this a couple of weeks ago, and my signal went nuts. I was walking the dog at the time. Yeah, no, I've got Brook. I've got Brook all day.
Come on.
Yeah,
that's right. Listen.
No. Do you know what? There's no real reasoning behind it. It's just that's how I feel. I really think.
Yeah,
fair enough, I think you know. Anyway, man. Yeah, listen. Have a good night,
Tony.
Layers.
All right, I've got to bring on base. And I've got.
Hey, let me just inject a fact about the Clarissa and Savannah Marshall. Yeah, I saw this tweet today. So basically, Shields and Marshall, right? Marshall has more KOs, but career opposition so far they have a combined record of 85 wins and 113 losses.
Wait, say that again,
bruv. 85 wins and 113 losses. One of them had 55 losses, bruv. Shields' opponents to date are 116 and 16. So when people start talking about, what Shields has done or what Savannah's done, I'm like, Savannah ain't really got much weight on that combo, but power is power, so we'll see.
Thank you very much. I'm glad you came back to power is power.
But if you fought no unbeaten fighters, it can be a bit testy when it's the first one. We'll see.
Yeah. All right, cool. Hold on. The first thing I have to say, and let the whole community hear this, yeah? Base, if I don't link you, yeah, £5, add it on top every day that I don't link you, bro.
All right, that's cool.
£5, if I add it on top, bro, because enough's enough. Travis knows I got the to-do list because all now you should have done the technical breakdown for the fight yesterday, bruv. And I'm communities. No, but I'm just saying.
Let's keep it moving, bro.
Anyway, no, at least the community know now that it has to happen, bruv. So, bro, big up yourself. That's happening. Let's go. Talk to me.
Right, so just to let you man know, I can't get my Bluetooth headset ain't connecting to StreamYard, yeah. So if you start to hear any echo or anything like that, let me know. I have to jump off because I can't do that to the show. Just let him man them know.
Bluetooth ain't Bluetoothing.
No, I haven't got no wired cables either, so I'm all messed up with the StreamYard right now.
We'll move.
But yeah. Before anything, first things first, like we need to give a big up to both Caroline Dubois and Jamie Mitchell for their performances over the weekend.
Yes.
Caroline Dubois was I don't know how she and Daniel have the same DNA and she can fight like that. It don't make no sense to me.
That's hilarious.
She is fluid.
Gene pool.
Mate, the way she went in and out of shots, like the feet, she didn't even have to look at her feet to make sure they was in range like Daniel does before he throws a punch. Like it's mad how they're so opposite. So big up her and big up Jamie Mitchell, because that beating that she gave Carly Skelly was lovely.
Yes.
Thumper got thumped all night long for 4 rounds. It was great.
Very mad.
Right now,
hey, shouts out to Gilly as well, bro.
Gilly.
Yeah, can't forget Gil either.
He went up against USSR, fam. He took down the Soviet Union.
Not Newcastle USSR, bro. He needs to change his name immediately. How dare you, Ivan Drago? And he should have known. He came out to the Rocky tune. You come in.
Sporting Icon still ain't done a video about it yet. I'm wondering why. That's supposed to be his guy. He's supposed to report on the news from USSR Robinson. Come on, Sporting, we're waiting.
Oh my days.
But go on, talk to me though. Again, let's just get into it. Eubank versus Conor at Catchweight. How do you see it? Is it an easy fight to call? Is it like let's not stop being stupid? It's Eubank all day, or is it more of a discussion?
No, it won't be an easy fight if it's at a catchweight, right? Because that's the very key thing there. Number one, the catchweight. Number two, is there a rehydration clause? If there's a rehydration clause in that, then Conor Benn wins. Because it's gonna take a lot for Chris to get down to that kind of weight and not be able to hydrate up to a decent amount afterwards. His energy loss on Saturday wasn't great. After like the 6th round, you could see he's normally a lot more. He's got a lot more fuel in the tank. He looked a bit drawn after the 6th round.
Also, like Eubank is at 160, right? But he looks skinny. He's as lean as he can be. I think he's about probably like 7-8% body fat. He's gonna have to lose legit muscle.
That's what I'm saying.
To get down, it's gonna be devastating. Yeah.
For Conor as well. Conor will have a disadvantage because he's walking at a rate that he wouldn't be comfortable at. Remember when Khan went up in weight significantly.
Yeah, but you've got to remember, like the difference between them two. You see, when Brook went up in weight, for instance, if he wasn't fighting Golovkin, he would have been okay. It was just because he walks around way past that anyway. So that was a lot more natural and healthy for him. That's why he was able to take the shots for as long as he did. So if you've got someone like Conor even said like he walks around about sort of 160, 165. So coming down to like 154, that's less mass and less liquids and fluids that you're draining from your body. So he would be fresher. He's obviously still be small for the general public, but he will just be fresher. Probably he'll have a bit more punch resistance, power, everything, because he's got more size on him to absorb stuff. So it would definitely be an interesting fight. I definitely think Ben is the better fighter, like the better boxer, sorry, because he's proven that he can actually follow instructions and he can listen and learn. Like the same things that Eubank should have been doing at them ages is what Ben's been doing.
But didn't you see a little more instruction? Didn't you see? Obviously, he had the Roy Jones the high hand.
What, Roy Jones 0.25? I don't want to hear about Roy Jones in this equation. Roy Jones is the legend, yeah. Eubank Jr. talking about next gen. He ain't been next gen since the Sega Dreamcast came out. I don't want to hear about him. Man is dead food. I'm telling you, like this is his level. He's not getting past this.
The violence.
Upper British level, like fringe European. That's Eubank's level.
Not even a fringe world.
No, fringe European. He can maybe get the European title if it's vacant and they match him correctly.
No. You done a lot of parameters, bro. Man said vacant, match.
Vacant and match.
But he'd hold that belt with so much gusto, though.
Oh,
you're right best. You know what? I want to agree with you. I even believe is wherever Billy Joe is with whatever injury he has, he beats him still. That's how bad it is.
It irritates me so much. I want Eubank Jr. to be so much better than he is. It's so jarring.
And I want to give a slight disclaimer because I was watching the fight, and obviously, like in my video, I said politics could have possibly played a part in it, but I had a feeling that Liam Williams could win like a split decision on points, and reason being because generally speaking, he's actually a better technical boxer. He doesn't show it a lot recently, but he's actually a better technical boxer. Pound for pound, he's shown that he can actually hit harder, and he's always coming forward. So if you haven't got the gas tank, if he can take what you can dish out, then he's going to keep coming forward on you. But I said, look, I hope that Junior wins. So I was watching the first 4 rounds, and obviously the knockdowns is one thing, but I'm like, right, okay, Chris is actually setting traps and everything. He's doing well. I was like, I rate this. I can see some little improvements. Or I thought I was seeing improvements. But then when I'm actually looking back here, and then I've just watched back the first 6 rounds again, just to make sure that I saw what I thought I saw. Even in those rounds where Williams got knocked down, he was still winning the match, like winning those rounds, like the majority of those rounds. Yeah. Yes. So you see, even the 10-8s, even though we're thinking, no, automatic 10-8s, they don't have to be technically 10-8s. They could have been 10-9s. Because if you've got, I'm telling you, if you've got a 10-point must system, right? If I'm winning 2.5 minutes of the round, yeah, and it's a 10-point must, so you have to take a point off for a knockdown. When you get, so that means that instantly the person who's knocked you down then gets the 10 points. But because you was dominating the rest of it, you don't have to go down 2. You could literally just go down 1. So I'm saying, in theory, a couple of that first round especially could have been a 10-9 rather than a 10-8. So, and when you see how he won the majority of the
only way you'd knock someone down and it'd be a 10-9 round is if he's dominating you, like you're legless and you clip him with a lucky one, then you can be like, all right, he's got a, or it might even be a 9-9 in that case.
No, that's what I'm saying. Because it's a 10-point must, you have to have, someone has to get 10. That's what I'm saying. That's the rules if it's a 10-point must system. When it's not that, then yeah, what you're saying is correct. But you don't have to be dominating to the point where someone is like legless and they catch you. Like you could just be winning the majority of the round, in theory. That's what I'm saying.
Tony's not happy with you right now. He's saying it's a flawed argument. So wait, hold on. In here, I want to know, is there somebody that is willing to go to war, go to bat for Eubank? Are you in the chat like, it is me, I'm ready?
Hey, the lines are full, bro. Like,
I know, but they'll tell me if they're already in here. They'll tell me if they're already in here. So whoever's in here right now, the Fight Talk TV, Boxhound, Off the Canvas, PJ Singh, come on, mate. Let me know, bro. Puneet's in the house, Ash, Lineal. Who wants to go to war for this thing? Harry Dean, he says, I'm back in. Not anyone in here. No one in the background.
Well, look, end of the day, so if we come off of the Eubank thing, because essentially I said, look, first 4 rounds, he did look better. But then he reverted.
Good, man. Give him a little credit.
That's what I'm saying. He looked better. Like I thought to myself, raw. I thought, okay, he's actually learned. I put out a tweet. I'm like, you know what? I'm glad that my prediction's in the mud because he's showing me some improvements here. I had to write a next tweet like about 15 minutes later, say I retract my last tweet. All I got now is disappointment in me.
I think in this fight, Eubank was his own worst enemy. Like, because the 4 rounds, he was doing the right things and everything was happening. It's just when it was time to step it up into that next gear, I think he just was so like, bro, I'm putting you down with jabs. I don't even need a game plan. I don't need anything right now. I'm going to be able to stop you whenever I want. And then as the fight went on, it was like, okay, it's not coming. And then you can't really, I understand we've dismissed it, but if his hand is hurt, that does change the direction of a fighter's like behavior. Floyd all of a sudden would be like electrically moving around the ring once he's mashed up his hand. So
and you know what? I'll accept that. Here's the problem. Just before you go, KG. If we accept about the hurt hands, then we have to now also take into possible consideration this thing about Williams being a stone overweight the day before the weigh-in. And how that mad weight cut might have affected him in those first 4 rounds.
Is that how bad it was?
That's what the rumor is, that he was a stone overweight the day before weigh-ins. And he looked on the scales. Everyone said he looked mad on the scales.
That's a horrible count.
Probably why he just falling over just on. And I know they snap. I know it's snappy, but bloody hell, guys! Like some of us were like, wait, what happened? What was he hit with?
I mean, there's factors on both sides. Realistically, we just have to accept for what we saw, and what we saw is Williams managed to ride out 4 rounds of hell and managed to take shots and then beat Eubank to the punch. Everything moving forward for the next 8 rounds, 7 to 8 rounds after that.
Someone says they want to try and back him quickly. Fight Talk TV is already in the house. Where you at? Fight Talk TV. Boom. You're in the mix. Let me get rid of these comments. Yo, bro, you're in the mix. You're here.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Man.
Clear, bro.
Yes, bro. Well, all I can say, I mean, it wasn't the best performance, but if you compare it to Andrade, then it's not bad. Andrade knocked him down once, and then he was sort of flagging out towards the end of the fight, whereas Eubank seemed to control it. Like, he was fighting at his pace. He dictated it.
Not after the fifth, I think it was Williams that it was Williams' type of fight. He loved it like that.
Yeah, I think Sky were exaggerating it on the scorecards massively. Like, I think Williams ticked off a few on the trot, maybe 4 max, but they had him like 2 points
6
down going into the 11th or something.
They forced But no, go on.
No, quick point just to the whole Andrade thing. You're right. He probably gave a better performance in the... Actually, no. If we look at the first 5 rounds of each fight, Andrade did it better. Difference is Andrade is a naturally bigger guy than Chris. Andrade is like 6'1". Everyone knows he's struggling to make middleweight. Everyone knows his weight cuts ain't great. So he's managing his energy reserves in the second half of that fight. Because again, Williams is like just a tough, come forward guy. And if we look at Williams on the scales against Andrade versus how we looked against Chris, there was 2 different people.
So let's move this conversation into the who have you got? Fight Talk TV. Who have you got? Eubank versus Conor, catchweight.
Hello, sorry, I didn't hear that, mate. Sorry.
Who have you got? Conor versus Eubank, catchweight.
Well, if it's at 154, which I seen Eddie Hearn saying it would have to be at, I think that's going to kill Chris to make it. But then again, we ain't seen if Conor Benn's chin is like can hold up to world level power. I rate Conor Benn highly, but we've seen him.
But that's okay. Chris ain't got world level power, so that's not a problem.
Well, you say that, but then you've seen him drop Eubank with just a turnover jab, bro. He weren't even putting nothing into that timing as well. So,
and it's mad. It gets very crazy because someone in the comments said it was a guy called Harry. He said, Harry said, who has Conor fought? Are we all getting hyped up? Are we all getting excited without him really having the test of tests?
Yeah, but he's so marketable that he's not going to have that test until it's the main fight, bro. That's going to be a final eliminator or a world title test. That's when it's going to be. And
the difference between them two, you have to remember, Conor's 25, Eubank's 32.
Yeah.
So Eubank, Conor's still learning. Number one, he's still learning. He's got time to take that fight. He don't have to take that fight right now. He could take that fight 2-3 years from now.
Yeah.
That's like you said, timing's everything, right?
Timing.
Away.
Listen, bro. Again, I know you tried to come in here to back Eubank, but you was kind of Eubankish in the rounds, fam. Not really giving me much, fam. But
nah, I said I'll try back in a minute. I won't really feel
Tony wants to back it. Tony, if you just wants to get
let me
involved.
see if I can bring someone else. And don't worry, I'll bring you back in a second. Let me see if Tony can back it, fam. Tony!
Yes, big up yourself, all of the theaters.
Come on, man.
I can get this going on here. Here we go.
Here we go. I always know when you come in here, you run amok, fam. You change you steer the conversation to places that we weren't expecting to go. The floor is yours.
Okay, first and foremost, Conor Benn against Chris Eubanks. You've kind of alluded to it already. There's no way Chris Eubanks loses weight. Yeah? Middleweight is the bare minimum he's going. What are you gonna do? Chop a man's arm off? Don't be crazy. Look at the amount of body fat my guy enters the ring with.
Nothing.
There's nothing to take off. Let me tell you something. I'm an ex-boxer.
You can take off the jacket.
Right? Yeah. I'm an ex-boxer. Yeah?
Yeah.
I know about cutting weight. I know about trying to get 3 pounds off. And Base, I don't know where you heard this ridiculous story about a stone overweight the night before. Are you in a different... Bruv, what the hell kind of product can lose you a stone in one night? Because I want that shit.
That's the rumor. I didn't say it was fact. I said that's what I heard.
Don't be silly. Stop stirring the pot, bruv. You know that is rubbish.
I don't know that. And you know how I can tell you I don't know that? Because I've dropped 10 pounds in one day before.
Bruv, if I lose a stone in one day, 3 rounds is finished. 3 rounds, I'm done. My legs are gone. Yeah,
Probably, and that's why man was getting knocked down for the first 4 rounds of the fight.
I put working on a girl overnight, yeah? 6 hours of sex, and by the next morning I'm finished. We talking about man could do a stone and then fight 12 rounds. Are you mad?
So what? We ain't got no time for hydration, no? No rehydration the day after.
That is hilarious.
You can't come with that kind of nonsense, bro. You can't. Let's be
I'm telling you
realistic.
what I heard. I didn't say it was facts. I said this is what I heard.
Okay, bro. Let's be realistic here. We're the great debaters. We're a little bit what we might call connoisseurs. Yeah. So we know for one, right, that Chris Eubanks ain't fighting at no catchweight. Let's just break that down. That ain't happening. Yeah, because he can't go down. Yeah. Let's talk about Conor Benn. Because Conor Benn ain't Floyd Mayweather. He ain't jumping weights. Right now, Conor Benn, if you was to pick a fight between Conor Benn and the guy in the weight below him, Josh Taylor, who in here is picking Conor Benn over Josh Taylor?
But Josh Taylor is an elite level athlete. Conor's not at that level. That's an unfair comparison.
Argument done. Argument done. Because
what's
if
that
you're
got to do
trying
with
to tell
Chris?
me that this kid that you're saying could jump up to Chris Eubanks' weight.
I didn't say that. Wait. Why are you debating something I never said?
Okay, but I'm just trying to finish that. I'm here to finish all them arguments because I don't want to hear about that stupidness. You man there, we're here to talk boxing. Let's talk about Clarissa Shields. Let's talk about Savannah Marshall. Let's talk about Keith Thurman. But let's not talk about Conor Benn. Fighting Chris Eubank. Come on.
Where is it?
It's a silly anomaly. It's an anomaly.
You base. Get ready. You need to shuffle, bro. You need to get into that shuffle, fam.
No, here's the thing, right? And a lot of what Tony's saying is absolutely correct. I don't think that Chris could get down to there, but unfortunately, that fight is not happening at middleweight, regardless. So, if Chris Eubank actually wanted that fight, and let's be real, his options are a lot less lucrative right now than Conor's are, I'm afraid. Yeah. So if he actually wanted that fight, there's concessions he would have to make, and that fight, as he said, catchweight. The whole thing we're talking about is based on a catchweight. It's not based on who will win right now. It's based on catchweight. So at a catchweight, as you said, Chris can't make that. So from Chris even tries to, that's Conor Benn's fight. Yes or no? If he tried to.
He's gonna make 157 and call it a catchweight.
Hey, listen, we move it. We keep it moving though. But Tony came in not trying to play. And let's
stop the nonsense. Yeah, and man ain't losing a stone in one night. Let's just cut that shit.
No one's losing it because I need it.
And just so you know, Base, I love you dearly like a brother, right? If you could give me that £10 loss in one night business, and I don't have to go with no
malaria,
mad crazy stuff, because you know what I'm saying.
We'll talk off the show. We'll talk off the show.
He's coming with that strong CMOS, bruv. But anyway,
hella potency.
Anyway, listen, let's quickly move into Savannah versus come on, Shields.
Clarissa Shields.
What are we saying?
I'm gonna kowtow to what Base is saying, because Base for me is the most knowledgeable guy in the game on female boxing. I love this guy. When it comes to female and knowing who's doing what, where, and how, I kowtow to Base's knowledge. Yeah. To me, Clarissa wins it, because look, who's Savannah fighting? Yeah, and as good as the power is, you still got to hit the target. Yeah. I agree. You know, I could come with stupid power. I mean, Ernie Terrell, Ernie Shavers, all those guys come with stupid power. But when they come to Ali, it's like, all right, I can take that.
But look at
a bit of that.
Pacquiao and Floyd.
Exactly.
How many years was the conversation? If he catches him, though, didn't happen.
Here's how I think it goes, though. Like, ultimately, when it comes to their level of accomplishments, right, there's absolutely no debating whatsoever. Like Clarissa is leagues and streaks above almost anyone in the game, with the possible exception of Katie Taylor, only because Katie's had more of a harder pool to be able to fight from. Like Clarissa, a lot of her belts, like people don't even realize she won a lot of vacant titles, which were just added onto fights because there's no one to fight in those divisions. It's only when the whole little rivalry with Savannah came out that you've kind of got this possible like arch nemesis that maybe can take her. Now, when you look at their base level styles, right? Clarissa is more, she acts like she's a boxer puncher, when really and truly she should be moving more like a pure boxer, because as we know, she might have enough power to not have you just swarming her, but she ain't got enough power to get you to like properly get you hurt and deal damage. Every time she goes,
stopped it though. Yes, that should have been a knockout for her. They should have stopped it on the ropes. That
maybe they should have, but the problem
is 13 or 14 shots in a row.
There was, but the thing is, if the girl's tucking up, the girl's still active, still moving, and still within her right mind. Like she's not loopy, her head's not flowing all over the place. She's just getting hit. The shots, if you look at the way, because Clarissa, what she does is she flurries, right? She doesn't set her feet. She'll throw one shot, and before she's even finished throwing that one, she goes and throws the other. So there's no torque on the shots whatsoever. She's still fighting amateur, thinking about getting points as opposed to actually setting things up and putting a whole talk into it. So with that, because the girl is not showing visible distress all the way throughout, that's why the ref decided to kind of let it go. Now, I think he should have stopped it personally, because not even because she's taking a beating, but just because there's no way she can win. She's not landing anything. There's no point. But the difference between her and now, if that was Savannah is a lot more fluid in terms of her body mechanics than Clarissa is. Clarissa's got much shorter arms. She's good at obviously getting underneath and evading, but Savannah is able to literally, everything is one fluid motion. The way the arms come out, the way they come back, the way the uppercuts, like everything about her is that. And I just feel that she will catch Clarissa enough times to keep her at distance. I don't think Clarissa's going to come steaming into her. The same way that Hannah Gabriel's knocked down Clarissa all them years ago, and obviously she's a naturally bigger girl than Clarissa. So if you think Savannah Marshall is technically bigger than Hannah Gabriel,
why do you imagine Shields trying to charge at Savannah? She wouldn't do that. She's going to be on the back foot in a similar way that she was in the Cozen fight.
But she wasn't on the back foot that much.
She was on the back foot, but she was literally comfortable going backwards.
But what I'm saying is, when I say charge in, I'm not saying like she's gonna come like a pressure fighter, but when she throws a punch, the first thing she's gonna try and do, if she sees the opening, she's gonna try step in and do the flurry. She's not gonna hit and slip out, hit and slip out. She's gonna come in and try and go toe to toe. That's what she'll end up doing if she feels like she gets some success, because she's quite quick with the hands. But because the power's not generating, she's not like, essentially, she's going to be leaving herself vulnerable if Savannah feels like she can take those shots and she decides, all right, if I can come through what you're throwing at me, I'm just going to let my hands go, because I'm not worried about what you hit me with is going to do to me. And that's where she will probably get the.
Let's look at the outcomes of the fight. Either Savannah Marshall stops Clarissa Shields, or Clarissa Shields outboxes Savannah Marshall. Which of those two scenarios do you see most likely to happen?
The thing is, there's a scenario. There's a scenario there where Savannah could outbox her if she lands enough hard. If she lands something hard enough to stop Clarissa from actually coming in.
That's the part that you lot not put into the game. The body shots from Savannah. She will throw to the one. That's one thing we know she's gonna do. We know that
Clarissa was going to the body heavy as well.
Yeah, Clarissa was investing well. I thought that she was doing good work on the body shots. But what I'm saying with this, if she rocks Clarissa enough that Clarissa now doesn't want to fully engage and whatnot, there's a very good chance that Clarissa could go into survival mode not to get KO'd, and there's a very decent chance that Savannah could possibly win on points as well. It doesn't, because remember Wilder and Fury. Everyone said it has to be Fury on points or Wilder knockout, and then Fury ended up getting the knockout. So it's no great shakes to think that Savannah could maybe not even necessarily outbox, but just dominate the fight.
Well, my thing is this: this reminds me of when people used to speak about Floyd, and they'd say very similar things oh, but Floyd's power though. If Cotto's just gonna walk him down, this person's gonna walk him down. There is enough power to keep you honest.
Yeah,
that is like it's not easy to. You can't really watch it and think, yeah, that power's keeping them honest. You just
but
think,
let's
all
not
right,
forget.
why are they so afraid to let their hands go?
No,
But
I
the
get
fact
you, but
is
let's not
something is
forget though.
coming back to
Floyd
make you respect
was a
them.
power puncher in the lower weights. It's only when he moved up and his hands started breaking, like the brittle bones. That's the only reason why he stopped punching fully. But his punches, half-hearted punches, were still enough to keep man from running in on him. So imagine if his hands was okay, he'd still be knocking people out at 147.
There you go, because still didn't back up until, let's say, late in the, maybe from 5-6, you see Kozin was kind of saying, maybe I'll respect a bit of the power, but I didn't think there was full respect
But
there.
also
in there.
aside from power, in the last 3 fights, Clarissa Shields hasn't lost a round. This is going to be someone that is very hard to land on. Like, it's not. I don't think it's going to come down to power. It's not going to be a power trade-off. This is going to be an absolute chess match for a long time before Savannah's power gets into the mix.
Anyway, listen, we spent a long time here. Man, them, look after yourself. We always love it. Anyway,
yeah, fellas.
Come on,
Love,
bro.
respect.
Powerful, bro. Listen, them man, they just go hard, fam. Hey, listen, you already know. We say it. All right, cool. You know what to do. We need to bring in. I'm just gonna bring in 2 at a time, bro. I'm gonna bring in Linio and I'm gonna bring in OTC, bro.
Yo. What's good, people?
Pick up Linio.
What's good, OTC?
Come on, man.
We're here right now. There's a lot of talk going, a lot of back and forth. What are you lot saying though? I'm just gonna, because I like this Dubois conversation as well. Yeah. Could little sister Dubois be like a mentor to the big Dubois and say, you know what? This is how you talk from now on. What are you lot saying?
Do you know what? It's look, it's with the men's sport and the women's game. Look, a personality like a Dubois can translate perfectly to women's game, but it may not be the other way around with somebody like for example, a Fury or a Dillian White is trash talking you. It's not as translatable. I'm not sure what Lily thinks with regards to that one.
I think, do you know what it is though? With Caroline Dubois, she has sussed out the perfect PR lane for herself. She's the Olympian. So she knows, I'm going to talk a good game, coming out to sweet Caroline. Like, she gets it. Yeah. That's what I think the difference is that Caroline knows her strength and she's saying, I will play to my strength, where Daniel's just like, he doesn't know his strength. He's just on the thing of, I'm going to just go in there and box. And even with that, you're stiff. Whereas Caroline just seems to get it. And maybe it is a case of, you never know, she might have been looking at her brother all these years and be like, boy, I don't want them jokes to be run on me. So let me back up my ideas because you guys ain't running them jokes on me.
And just to keep it going as well, because this is a fight that I've been trying to get. I want to see this fight somehow. I want to see Johnny Fisher versus Dubois, the Romford Bull versus Dubois. I think that fight makes sense. It makes sense though. They're not far apart in terms of their level, in terms of the trajectory of them. 100%. Who wins that one though? Who wins that one? Because I'm
not too familiar with my man. I can't even lie.
Oh man!
All right, Romford Bull for me between him and Daniel Dubois.
That fight is not happening.
You know what? I'm
struggling to even imagine it because it's like, bro, this fight is so never gonna happen.
But I know that the WBA is telling like Dubois he has to fight for the regular title.
True.
Against some. Even though I thought WBA were trying to get rid of the regular titles, but here they are coming.
That fight is crazy. You don't think that fight is weird? It's not that weird, you know. It's not as weird.
It's a good fight. It's a good fight.
It's not that it's weird. It's just that it's not happening. These men
are not. It's past it now.
Doing that.
Yeah.
Why is he send it back? He's gonna send Dubois back. No, bro. He's trying to make a point.
Eddie Hearn,
Joe Joyce must want to punch up Frank Warren, you know.
When you say back, where is Dubois now, though? When you say back,
but remember they sent him to America and all sorts.
He is ahead of Fisher right now, career-wise. There's no way he wants that fight.
So man's doing interim fights and regular title fights right now. You know, Triple D is like they're trying to break him mainstream, even though the Joe Joyce lost. And boy, listen.
That's a
Joe
bad
Joyce
loss.
has to find Frank Warren because I don't understand why I'm hearing Dubois' name more than Joe Joyce's. That's a bit of a disrespect.
That's what Frank does, though. Frank, when he's
Frank Warren is still there. Joe Joyce is still with Frank still. Bloody
it's the offer all over again. When he doesn't like the fighter that is actually in position, he'll say, you know, we're not really gonna.
The thing is, he's got a gem in. I think there's a gem in like Joe Joyce that he could use because he's 100%. Also an Olympian. So I'm looking at it like, brother, why are you doing this? Because the thing is, this is kind of like a random note, yeah. But I was having this discussion with my boy because I say that Frank Warren and Bob Arum are so alike because the same way Frank Warren is like, you don't know what you've got in your hands. Bob Arum, for a guy that says that he doesn't get that much money from his fighters,
fam.
When was the last time that Top Rank made a star?
He had a whole Terence Crawford on his roster, fam.
Yeah, when was the last time they made a star? This is why he's clinging on to Fury, because it's just like, Top Rank does not make stars. And Frank Warren is the same as like, you getting Fury for both of them is the gift that landed on you, not the gift that you made for the boxing world.
Yeah,
that's true.
Because look at Anthony Yard. He's another one. He's a self promoter. He was gonna be big whether it was Frank Warren or not. Who's the last guy that Frank Warren actually made big? Don't get me wrong. Triple D was that guy that he was meant to make him big. But for me, it's like Joe Joyce was the gift that, okay, you derail Triple D, but that's the opportunity when you then go, all right, cool, we're on the Joe Joyce train now.
But Lydia, shall I tell you why Frank Warren is going for Dubois? Dubois is what, 24 years old. Joe Joyce is what, 34 years old, coming up to
yeah. So you get 35. The juice out of him now, then.
Nah, look, Daniel Dubois has a way higher ceiling than Joe Joyce.
How? I don't know. No. Let's not say way higher. Let's not say way higher.
Whoa, bro, he's got 10 years on him. He's got 10 years on him. No, hear me out. He's got almost 10 years on him. And if you think about it, AJ, Fury, all of these guys will be gone by that stage.
10 years and no personality.
You don't need personality to get in the ring and bang man in the face. You
need personality you need personality to sell yourself and be a big star. Because at the end of the day, there's gonna come a certain point where it's just like, yo, Dubois got talent, but Ruboy, if you do not sell this Ross Clark fight, yeah, I'm not tuning in. Because let's not forget, there's a couple dominating brothers at the heavyweight division called the Klitschko's, and as good as there was that time when people weren't paying attention to heavyweight boxing because they're just like, nah, the Klitschko's they're dulling it down.
Yeah.
This comes back to that thing again of let's not make light of what AJ has done for heavyweight boxing not even in just the UK but the world. AJ has brought a light to it that sometimes we do take for granted because we talk about the heavyweight boxing, every day, but
it's real.
But if AJ's, the Furies, they go off here, brother, I don't want my heavyweight currently. I don't want my heavyweight hands in Dubois' hands.
Oh, not currently, but if you think about it, in 5, 10 years time. He's got a lot of years. Come on.
Let me read these super chats and then Travis, you could steer the conversation to the next place. Enoch says, "Happy birthday, Marcus! #undefeated family. No great defeaters in the house.
Happy birthday, blessings."
Ash says, "Where's that Fury fanboy? He was battling Travis. He didn't show up, bruv. Just like
all Fury fanboys, they don't show up on a Monday.
Just like their king.
No, I believe there's a Fury fan in the house that wants to do it just like that night in Dusseldorf, bruv. Let me know, bruv.
Why can't that be you? KG, why can't that be you?
Nah, it can't be me every time, brother. Am I the only Fury defender?
I hear it. Listen, man. Listen. They ducked the smoke just like Fury ducked the rematch with Vlad, but it's all right, man. What's the next topic, Trav?
WM. Let me keep it moving. WM says, "Why is Tyson Fury absolutely obsessed with AJ? He's like a scorned ex-girlfriend." WM says that. I gotta keep reading these because we missed out on all these super chats. So let me put respect. If people put their money down, we gotta read the thing, fam. Hold on 1 second. It's there, like scrolling. Travis, you see it before me? We can get that. There we go. Here's the next one. Paul L Finance says Eubank won the fight. Williams was meant to be a killer, but he was dropped by a jab. What a joke.
You are an absolute disgrace.
Oh my chest.
Hey, KG, you're wrong, you know.
Got this one from Ash. Does Eubank beat Felix Cash?
No, and I'm glad that you said that. I was watching that fight and I said,
hey, Ash,
Eubank better be happy.
In the thing.
Listen, Eubank better be happy that Cash is not a household name. Because if Cash was a household name and he went on Twitter and said, Eubank, I'm coming for you next. Run. Because if you think you're doing that to Felix Cash, that's the only thing I was thinking to myself. I'm like,
that fight is tough.
OTC, you're shaking your head. You're saying what are you saying? You got Eubank.
I'm not listen. I'm not going to be the Eubank defender. I ain't gonna lie, but Eubank has got Eubank, if he's disciplined and focused, and that's a big if, because I'm not going to lie. He started
at his age, everyday discipline and focus at your age.
No, but if he's disciplined and focused, I'm not being funny. I think that he could probably beat Felix Cash, but that's a big honest, if.
Felix Cash, bro. Felix Cash got power. Felix Cash knows how to box. I don't know how Eubank does. How's Eubank going to deal with him? What do you see happening? What does Eubank do to beat Felix Cash?
Literally,
and man is not fluid. That Roy Jones style that he's doing, My thing is, I love Roy Jones as a fighter, but he's teaching Eubanks these things, and it's like, Roy Jones, you was gifted. You can't pass them things on.
No, that's unfair.
Eubank can't even touch Caleb. Eubank can't even touch Caleb, bro.
Yo, how did Caleb get a straight shot?
No, come on, man. No, you can't say that. Caleb was what? Come on, man. Caleb's a big world champion.
No, but go on. Sorry, say what you were saying regarding my Roy Jones and Eubank comparison.
No, okay. For me, I find it unfair, and I'm going to reserve judgment on Roy Jones Jr. until I see him train another fighter. Chris Eubank, I'm not being funny, but Roy Jones Jr. didn't tell him to start breakdancing in the ring and start doing all of this body popping like you got served or something.
That was shades of that was shades of no. Okay, we don't know if he told him, but it was shades of Roy Jones in it. That was my thing. It was shades of Roy Jones, and it feels like Roy Jones is trying to give Eubank his sauce.
Hold on. Roy Jones told him to miss miss uppercuts. What is that? Is that Roy Jones as well? What Roy Jones?
No, fair enough.
Bruv, this guy, listen, I'm not being.
But them uppercuts were hella telegraphed, though.
Do you know what it is? I can't blame Roy Jones Jr. for a fighter that's renowned for not listening to trainers.
The thing is, I think Eubank did listen to him. I even think that Eubank listened to him too much. That you're trying to be like him.
He's trying. He's literally trying to listen at this point. Yeah. At this late stage, he's trying to listen to everything.
So you're telling me
like that. That's why it looks like that.
No, Travis, you're telling me all of this body popping outside Piccadilly Circus moves inside the ring. It's all because of Roy Jones Jr.
Hold on.
Yes.
You said Trocadero. You said Trocadero.
Nah. Hey, don't finish me today.
Trocadero energy.
I don't think we're being fair to this guy. We got. Yeah.
Hey, that was a good discussion. Love people.
Look up yourself. Wow, the conversation is flying today. Bro, let me read this. Let me read this super chat. Hey, yo, Tony, I'm gonna just mute you for a second. Tony Sims is underrated for what he's done with AJ Ben Cash, and would be interesting to see how he does in the next 18 months. Big up the panel as always. Saying shout out Tony Sims, bruv. Yeah, bruv. I swear he's got thingy as well. Is he with Craig as well? That's Craig with Sims. He's Craig with
Sims. I think it is. It's not Tony Sims.
All right, we can move anyway. Go on, there you go. Let me bring in boom. Who needs one of the let's put some respect on this man's name, yeah.
Day one.
When I say any event, listen,
bro, I still remember that email.
Bro, and to see what we're becoming. Thank you so much. Panit literally put the battery in our back early and said, "You guys, there's something here. So you lot make sure you put some respect on this great defeater, fam." There you go. Go true, bro.
Well, first of all, thank you very much. But look at this.
Hey!
He's got that match.
Lovely.
Come on, man. Supported from early, bruv. Talk to me, man. What's going on?
First and foremost, where's your show?
All right. It's coming though. No, you lot move so fast, yeah. As soon as I got into the thing, I saw sold out. I said, not my own merch that I can't get, bro. But then even my wife's looking at me with a side eye, fam. But
you're an absolute disgrace.
Anyway, talk to me, bro.
Well, look, first of all, reason I'm calling in today is because it was a bit of a request from our sis October Red. Really just calling in to give October Red that battery pack because she's doing amazing work on her channel. Really getting in with some interesting questions and winning the respect of everyone that she's talking to. You know, she's the next in line, man. She
is next in, and it's not because she's a pretty face, bruv. She knows boxing, fam, and they always look shocked when she starts getting in there. When she gets into a deep question bag, they're like, "Oh," and
opens them up, and they just they're like, "Bro, I didn't expect that."
Bro,
kind of interview.
Overhand right, bruv, knockout. Overhand right, they can't deal with it, fam. I love it because it's like, oh, here they go. They start thinking conversations coming. No, bruv, she knows boxing. Let's get
there. You go.
Let's talk this, fam. Don't try it, bruv. Listen, October, big up.
Next point from me is I'm glad Tony came on because Tony, thank you very much. Because Monday Night Smoke, I'm smoky on you guys today because who is Conor Benn and Eubank? Come on, stop this, stop it.
What do we do, fam?
Conor Ben said it. Conor Ben called him out.
What, Trev? Is this your beef, or are you gonna defend Conor because you know you're a Conor guy?
This is Conor's beef. Conor said he fancies his chances at a catchweight. We can only report on what Conor has said.
No, but let's be real. Let's be real. I know you say stop it, yeah. People might not like this take, but we're here now. Conor's still a problem. I don't trust Eubank. I don't believe in him. When we first started this pod, I called Eubank a Chrysler 300. It looks like a nice car. It's just not, though, innit? And that still to today, yeah.
The Chrysler 300 is a nice car until
nice cars turn up. And as he said, I don't believe in him. He will enjoy his own work, bro. He punches and says, "Bro, look what I just did." Not even
if Chris Eubank is a Chrysler 300, Conor Benn is an Audi A3, right? He's good, but he's not going up against a Chrysler 300.
Bro, I fancy that A3 on that road. I fancy that. Listen, bro, we saying what's that? Man, what's the one when you top to A3 though? I don't know. S-Line. I fancy it, bro.
S-Line supercharged. It's still got 2-liter engine.
Bro.
Hold on. PD, let me ask you a question. Do you trust Eubank Jr. to go in there and demolish Conor Benn?
Not at all.
Like Tony said, like if he's missing an arm, what's he gonna do? He's not gonna get to 155.
No. Let's just say in some weird world they make weight and it works. Do you trust Eubank Jr. to go in there and beat Conor Benn?
No, this is speculation, man. Come on, this is like
no. Come on to the ledge.
Come to the ledge. We invite you to the ledge. Somehow, some way, they made it into the ring. Who's winning that?
A computer simulation, right? Pound for pound. No, of course he doesn't. But we're dealing in the real world.
Bro, did you remember? I don't think you lot remember when our good friend, what do you call it, Nazim, he needs to retire. He needs to go. One hand. You saw what happened. You saw what I'm not going to call him totally shot fighter, but we saw what Groves did. Groves
is a different level, man.
I know. I'm saying we saw what Groves did. Injured, guys. Injured. He needs to retire.
Groves is about that life.
He needs to retire. I didn't say it, It's the Prince. When the Prince talks like that, what do? We have to listen.
Yeah, but look, it's the Prince, man. His standards are high. It's like Roy Keane. He's going to disown his own son when he loses. Come on.
No, but then wait. Since Prince said that, has Eubank got better?
He don't report to Prince. He don't report to the Prince.
No, I'm just saying. Since those words he uttered those words, have we seen a improve like a total improvement from him?
No. I said this right from the beginning. When Eubank when Eubank debuted, I was really excited because it's his dad, right? You know, we're still excited by his dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
But all I saw from him in his early days was he was just copying his dad. He didn't have his own style, and now he's copying Roy Jones Jr. He doesn't know who he is. Doesn't know who he is as a fighter. He hasn't built the fundamentals enough to be natural and develop his own style. He's mimicking people, and he's gone a long way considering he's quite limited, you know. But I agree with Tony Lineal Ray. I mean, this is his level. He's not going to go any further. He might get a shot at another title just because of good matchmaking, but he's with the wrong camp for good matchmaking.
And this is what we have. That's it. Like, it's sad. It's sad that it is that, but I'm done with the belief. I'm done with the hype train. And as Travis says all the time, if there's anyone that can get an A grade for outside the ring antics, man, there's no one like I would love to. And that's why I'd love to
look at a microwave the same again.
He's the lineal gloves are off champion, bro. That's why I'll give it to him.
He just can't do it. Like, but no, seriously, Puni, again, big up for all the support you're showing us. Literally always here.
I've got to watch ITV2 tonight, so.
Let's just let people know what's going on ITV2 today.
Tune into ITV2 tonight, 10 p.m. I'm going to be performing on stand-up sketch show. It's going to be, man. You'll see my performance, stand-up sketch show, TV debut for my stand-up performance. I don't think I've been on TV doing stand-up before. So this is a pretty big deal. Big deal. It's a big deal for my career.
My friend, bruv. He's on there, bruv. What do you mean, bruv? It's a bigger deal, fam.
It's a big deal, man. It's a big deal.
You're the guy, fam.
ITV2 tonight, 10 p.m.
No, you've gone up and up. See, David Hay helped you propose, and now this, bruv. I can't believe it, fam. I need friends like you, bro.
I am tired of you.
You are going to Polaroids.
I'm so tired of you.
Bro, when a man finds a Polaroid, he said, Chap, I've got the cam.
Bro, I saw Anthony Yard. I saw Anthony Yard yesterday.
I saw that still.
Yeah. He was at the show. I was at last night.
Oh, shit.
Had words. Yeah. He said he's gonna have to. He said you got to hold a body shot, a real one, just because of everything that's happened. Because he said he's been watching back. He said since he's seen you, he's been watching back, and he said, "Rah, you really went crazy." So he said you got to hold a real life body shot.
Why did he tell him to go back and watch the footage though?
Oh no, I just thought it'd be good for him to see.
I don't want that because I was saying a lot of crazy stuff. But anyway, Bruce Kai was not happy with Maestro last week because Maestro came in here and he was doing the most.
Oh, I remember.
And Bruce was so offended. I've got both of them here right now. They're both there. And I said, me, who would I be as a matchmaker not to bring them both in the ting, fam?
Oh.
I wouldn't be being myself.
You know what Promotions presents.
So we bring in Bruce. Yeah, this man, we call him the lawyer, bruv. Receipts for days, fam. You know what he did to he got a win, and it was epic, bro. That win against Spencer, we never seen anything like it. Spencer
that cold night in Dusseldorf, Monday Night Smoke.
Bruce,
what up? Listen, firstly, I don't even remember what you man are talking about. So I don't know. You have to remind me. Me.
He was doing a lot of Fury stuff, and you just weren't happy with what he was doing with the Fury stuff. You said that his facts were all over the place. You wanted to get in. I remember that last week, fam, but it was mad. Do you not remember the smoke? Or if you don't remember,
I don't. No idea.
Again, because he came in, he said a lot of stuff. But if
he reminds me what he was saying, and I remind myself of what I was saying, I'm on. Let's go. But I don't remember.
Oh, wait, where's he? Is in the UK? What's going on?
God, I'm on 35th Street between Park Avenue and Lexington.
Yeah, definitely
walking to Grand Central.
Definitely not the UK. Listen, bro. Again, you upset a lot of the community last week with your Fury stuff. They thought you went too crazy. There's a guy in here that, again, you were saying a lot of stuff. They said your points were a bit all over the place. You said,
I don't think I said his points were. Look at KG.
They could go to my channel because last night I actually dropped something right where I posted on my YouTube the clip of when I was on your show and gave like a little bit of extra information on it. and then told everyone that watches me to go check out this show because this is the best show in the UK. So that's number one. Yeah. So all I was saying, really, my main point was that when a fight falls through, the AJ fans are willing to believe any side of a story that he tells, and that's fine. I don't know what happened between him and Wilder. Only the people who had access to the offers and the contracts know. But my issue is that when it comes to Tyson Fury, the default is this guy's the worst. He's always lying, and the man can do no right. He can only do wrong. So, and then even when his promoter, right, puts down the bid like he did, record bid, $41+ million, right? Even then, it's like no one is retracting all of the stuff about him ducking and swerving White. Mind you, has White signed the contract yet? I don't know. I was at work all day. Has that been signed? Let me know if it has.
They received it with intentions to sign. That's what Eddie Hearn said.
They received it with intentions to sign, yeah? White's going to sign that contract. White is ready for that one. I'm really...
I hope he does.
Bruce, who have you got, White versus Fury, if we move the conversation on a little bit?
I think for White and Fury, honestly, I give White a shot for sure. But I feel like I've been saying, it's like a left hook from the gods. I don't, you know, he can work the body, and I hope that pays dividends later. But what is he going to show Fury that Fury hasn't seen before, is going to prepare for? Granted that Fury doesn't have the legs that he once had, so we'll see how that plays out. But smart money has to go on Fury as much as I want White to win. Smart money has to go on Fury. As much as I want White to knock him out, smart money has to say Fury.
Talk to me, Maestro.
Well, I mean, I can't disagree with that. I agree. Like, I like Dillian White. You know, I when I lived in London, by the way, 3 years working for TFL on the underground, helping people recharge their Oyster cards and figure out how to get to Heathrow. All right. Helping these tourists figure out the difference between Heathrow and Gatwick. I used to work out at the Brixton Rec Center. I used to go to Miguel's every now and again because I used to be in Brixton. I like Dillian White. Don't get it twisted. My issue is mostly just with the double standards, I think, that are out there for Fury. Because we heard it last week. We heard it last week, Trav. Am I lying? KG, am I lying or am I lying?
You're
Did the guy not say
standards
yes
in favor of everybody but Fury? Is that what you're telling me?
I'll rehash my main point. Like from last time, you had a guy come on who's not lineal. I'm lineal, by the way. You got to start calling me lineal because I'm undefeated on the undefeated. Start calling me lineal. I'm Don Maestro. You know I'm lineal in this shit. So I mean, lineal came on. I understand he was cooking. Maybe that was distracting him from making valid salient points. I don't really know. But he said that it's okay for AJ to take on an optional defense, a tune-up fight, right? But it's not okay for Tyson Fury. I mean, he just proved my point with what he said. And then when I asked him why, he's like, well, actually, first he said AJ never takes tune-up fights. And then I brought up Carlos Takam, who was a last-minute replacement. Then I brought up Big Baby Miller and Andy Ruiz. Those were tune-up fights. Oh, but it's okay because he's trying to enter the U.S. market. It's a double standard. You're complaining because, in your view, Tyson Fury was trying to quote-unquote duck White to take on Helenius. That wasn't a duck. It was a backup opponent because he wanted to fight in the spring. And to this day, not that I'm a Wilder fan, but I just said what he says. To this day,
he wasn't trying to duck White to fight Helenius. He was trying to, if he was going to fight Usyk, he said he wanted to have a warm-up fight with someone like Helenius ahead of Usyk.
Well, see, there's two sides to every story because apparently
Frank Warren confirmed that in his own interview.
Yeah, but what Frank Warren said, though, Trav, is that the reason they wanted to fight before that is because Usyk wasn't going to be ready to fight in March or April, and he wants to fight in March or April, so they wanted to fight in the interim.
The main point that I heard you making, you're saying that Tyson Fury is not treated fairly by the UK fans.
That's a
which
fact.
is crazy. No, it's not.
That's a fact.
What he
That's
said.
a fact.
That's what he
Tyson
said.
Fury is never held to account.
My
we literally had people saying that the Klitschko fight doesn't count because it was 7 years ago.
No one said it
Really?
don't count, but everyone said it was 7 years ago.
Right? And then I got my brother
It's not that it don't
Raphael.
count.
Then I got my brother Raphael Dawkins from out there. Okay, he's got a channel too. All right, telling me that win doesn't count because apparently, according to him.
See that? The Wi-Fi is interrupting this nonsense. That's what's happening here.
Bruce,
one thing I wanted to say was I try not to get too much into this debate.
I got knocked out.
He does know that 75% of the UK are white Fury fans, right? And are on Fury and love Fury and chant for Fury. So
Not according to Fury, because he says a lot of the white people don't like him because he's a traveler, and we know that there's a lot of gypsy and traveler discrimination. That's a fact. He's never even getting considered. He doesn't even get considered for these Sportsman of the Year awards over there.
Well,
when was he ever?
He doesn't get considered for Sportsman of the Year because of the way he talks, not because of his character or his
lot of
boxing.
things
It's the way he says, what the things he says and his demeanor on camera are. I mean, you put him up against any other sportsman that he's up against, he just doesn't stand a chance because what he says is nonsense. He talks shit. That's why, not because he's not a good sportsman.
I had to mute myself because of the background. Hold up. You guys cook for a second.
So he said, listen, what is
Fury not getting nominated for a sports award is because of his own doing. Things he has said. If we start Googling quotes from this man's previous, like, bro, it gets crazy.
Yeah, I got that, Trav, but that has nothing to do with what he does in the ring. I mean, Mike Tyson threatened to eat Lennox Lewis' children. Mike Tyson threatened to rape a reporter that was in the.
And how many sports personality awards did Tyson win?
Uh-oh.
Go for it.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, I got a bad connection. Yeah.
Because he said how many.
Hello.
I said how many sports personality awards did Mike Tyson win?
Well, they don't even have that over here. So I mean, they have these stupid SP awards, but no, he wouldn't have won.
He wouldn't have won. So then when you bringing him up as a reference, it's crazy.
So maybe I should just go ahead.
So you're basically right now, so Travis, in this moment, you're saying unequivocally, no way is Fury mistreated by the British fans, that he's right where.
I'm saying he doesn't get held to account for hardly anything. If you see the way they press Eddie Hearn and AJ on that side versus how they interview Frank Warren and Arum and Fury on that side, it's a different world. And it's the same man's carrying out the interview. I put out a tweet and I said, "Raw, you man need to keep the same energy." Now these men are doing hicka explanation to Eddie Hearn to tell him why they're asking Frank Warren the same questions. Bro, they know that his thing is not cut the same way. Gareth A. Davis right now is drafting up an article about Tyson, about AJ dodging Tyson right now. He's gonna save that in the archive,
but he's biased. He's biased though. He's biased though.
Most of these people are, but everybody's biased. Everybody has a bias. The only thing is we don't deny our bias. I want AJ to win every time that man fights. I want Anthony Yarde to win every time that man fights. That is it. We're human. We are going to have a bias. They try to act impartial and they ask questions that come across bias because it leaks out just because we're human.
I got you. I'm going to jump off though because I don't want to mess up your show with the fact I'm in Grand Central and there's noise. But I wanted to jump on because I was listening and I thought they were taking a shot at me saying that I wasn't showing up today.
You minestrone still, but I don't want to start trouble.
There you go. Anyways, shout out to my brothers KG and Trav. Check out Mano a Mano. Check out Mano a Mano live with me with Kenny T today because we go earlier now, 10:30 UK time on Masterway Boxing. So one love.
Look after yourself. Let's go. Do you hear me saying I didn't want to start trouble? I'm a liar.
Yeah.
Bruce, you had some what did you want to say? Because obviously you didn't come in for that conversation. You actually came in.
I just wanted to talk about Eubank, man, and how disappointed I was. I heard someone say about Dubois that he has a better. What did OTC say? He had a better.
He said something wild. He talked about He said the ceiling for Dubois.
Yeah, the only thing Dubois has is like a knockout punch, and that's it. There's no enigma about him. There's no character. There's no spark. You know, he says, you know, and even the few words he does say, he doesn't say it in a way that engages anyone. It's like he might as well be asleep. It would be the same thing. So the ceiling for him is very, very low. I don't know where he goes. I'm not sure where he goes. He gets beaten by Joyce again. Jared Anderson, I think, beats him. Hergovich, I think he beats him. Like, I think most people, most are going to beat him. Like, you know, like, what has he got? Whereas his sister now, it's a shambles because his sister shone the other night. Absolutely shone. Her character, it was her first fight. Look at her footwork. Look how many look at the shot selection. Her feet. I was like, wow, she's really trying to like embarrass her brother right now. And on her first night, I found myself saying like, I'd watch her again. Like the next time I want to watch, because she's only going to get better. Only going to get better. And you could see Dubois was sitting in the audience. He felt glum. You know, he felt glum.
Yeah, the clap was
He didn't even clap. That clap had no passion.
Yeah. He felt
it. It was an internal clap because it's like it was low. Still was a low hand. I was like, right.
And with Eubank, I don't know if anyone saw, but October did a interview with Roy Jones. And I think it was the day before the fight.
I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, so listen to what I won't spoil it for you, but the crux of it is when Roy Jones, she says, well, what do you think? How do you think Williams approaches the fight with, you know, he's a very come forward fighter. And Roy Jones says, if the old Eubank needs to come out, then let the old Eubank need to come out. I'm not trying to hinder anyone from coming out. They do what they need to do to finish the fight. The new one, the old one. I'm just trying to enhance his DNA and do what he's doing. But let the old Eubank come out and finish the fight rapid. We don't get paid overtime. To me, I feel like a lot of people are giving Roy a hard time. But you can see there are things. Roy's not going, move your head to the left like this and dance around the ring in you know, clockwise. Like, move your feet like this, and when you throw an uppercut, kind of do a smile and twitch your head like I used to do. Roy ain't doing that. You understand what I'm saying? You see the videos of Roy showing fundamentals. So to me, the onus is on Eubank. His ego, his pride, he doesn't listen. And to me, I was so disappointed. Like, my stock in Eubank has gone. Especially after I watched that interview with Red and how Jones was saying that. Like, if the old Eubank needs to come out, then bring it out. I like that old Eubank. We need that sometimes. And like, to me, when you saw Williams and how he was fighting, and you know the punches that dropped Williams, I thought to myself, like, I saw a tweet that someone said when he was in the Ingle gym, his punch resistance was good. He leaves the Ingle gym, suddenly one small jab. Like, come on, Eubank is not a power puncher, but a small jab, and suddenly you're on the floor in pieces.
Listen, and men are saying to me that Kell Brook ain't gonna get knocked out. We'll see.
Come on, man.
Nah, them man are saying that he's got Thanos power still. Them man are saying that Eubank's got some incredible snap.
You're missing. You missed that line then. You missed what you're chatting about then. They went over your head.
No,
went over your head. DeMarco.
No, I didn't go over my head, bruv. You're trying to say that you're trying to say, because I know my man's not in the Ingle gym right now. You're saying that Khan's gonna do the job, bruv. It's not gonna do the job.
And here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. Even with Eubank's unanimous decision win, which to me, here's the joke of it all. His answer at the end, you know, I wanted to punish him for 12 rounds. How did you punish him after the knockdowns? What punishment? Where? From who? What punches? What punches landed, big man? No punches landed. Listen, punishment was what Dan Aziz did to Burton. That was punishment. That was punishment. If I was at an interview, I would say to Eubank, yeah, 1 second, what punishment is this? Where? What punches did you land afterwards that had any impact on Williams? Because I didn't see no punishment, bro. None whatsoever.
That's like grounding your child and then giving them an iPad, fam. You're saying that's like grounding your child and saying, you know what? Unlimited data.
I find it difficult. I find it difficult to understand where Eubank goes from this, because Charlo's beating him, Harrison's beating him, Tim Tszyu is murdering Eubank, Felix Cash destroying Eubank.
Yeah,
where does Eubank go? What, Morata? GGG is going to destroy Eubank. And here's this thing as well.
Travis was saying no before.
Eubank is not going back to the old Eubank. The pride, the ego is too much. It's too much.
Travis said Triple G's too old, and Eubank would move in that one.
Listen,
How?
Triple G is old, but let me tell you something. Triple G comes forward. He eats shots, and Triple G has the continuous jab and the pressure that Eubank. What you think Eubank's going to drop Triple G with his wild uppercut from the floor? Come on, bro.
Very mad.
It's not happening.
I mean, look, he did do this to Liam Williams' eye. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't close by itself.
I mean, we don't know whether that was, bro. There was a lot of wrestling going on in that fight. A lot of wrestling. So you don't know where that's from.
He probably probably a headbutt, miscalculated headbutt, fam.
All I'm saying is, look, like I don't know where he goes from it. I'm not sure who is a fight.
All I'm saying, all I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is this. Yeah. All I'm saying is this. Father Time is undefeated.
Nah, I ain't hearing that, Travis. I'm not hearing that. I don't know how you steps up to
listen. He don't want Felix Cashman. No chance. No way. No day. So I pose the question: if anyone out there who would be a fight that's like a decent level, like world level, that Eubank 100% could be? The Billy Joe Saunders rematch that's been circulating. This Eubank loses 100%. The old Eubank nearly won, one round away from winning on a split decision. Billy Joe Saunders won, but the old Eubank won because of the pressure. If we're not seeing that and he wants to dance around, Billy Joe Saunders will pick his head off and dance around the ring like he did Canelo and win on points. I just don't see where this dude goes from here. So
you came here to cook, fam. You came here
and conquered, fam.
Came here and conquered, fam.
My guys.
Come on, early as well. Come on, bro.
No, bro, we got a wrap, man.
Oh yeah, your show's on as well, isn't it? Yeah, let's go. We have to watch that. Raw. We did 1 hour 30.
1 hour 36.
These shows are getting longer, you know.
I know, bro.
Listen, we apologize to everyone that didn't get in as well. We literally apologies. You know the pod's coming. You man are done for. We see you in the chat as well, early as well. You man are done for from early, bro. Hope that movie gets made as well. Still want to hear it. Yeah, literally everyone, big up yourselves. Make sure you check out October Red as well. She's moving crazy. She's doing big things.
100%.
Ace, literally Maestro. Everyone that comes on this chat, we plug everyone. But Fight Fan TV, here you go. Plug that, Travis. What's that?
There you go. Remember to copy your tickets, guys. The ticket link is in the chat, is in the description right now. Get your tickets. We're a couple weeks away. Khan versus Brook. Come and watch this fight with the undefeated family, bro.
I'm buying drinks.
Bro, it's gonna be amazing.
I'm buying drinks.
Yeah,
with my winnings, fam. You heard it. You heard the man, them.
Shut up, man.
You heard what's going on.
Yeah, here, bro.
Brook
is not winning this one.
Bro, do you see how flustered Khan is? We've never seen him like this, bro. At least we know Kell Brook's been flustered his whole life. Khan is moving crazy. Khan is moving mad. Here you go. G-Chain says, great Monday Night Smoke tonight. Big up Travis and KG and all the great defeaters.
Bro, thank you for the strong donation, bro.
Super donation. The show went very quick. Literally, like, we love seeing the growth. We love seeing everyone that's moving. Literally, boxing content is for everyone. Casual, whatever you are, it doesn't matter. This is the space for you, man. So yeah, stay blessed. Till next time. Literally, I want to say this, Eubank. You said that with the last opponent as well. I could take him out at any moment, whenever I wanted. I wanted to teach him a lesson. I didn't see that, so I'll just say this, bruv.
You are an absolute disgrace. You're
What?
Nothing.
You're an absolute disgrace.
I'll get you in the pod.
See you later.